So, hello everyone, welcome to the second podcast episode of Alumni Relations Committee IMI Bhubaneswar. I'm your host Aditya Agarwal, and today we have a very special guest with us, Mr. Deepanjan Dutta, an accomplished alumnus of IMI Bhubaneswar. A very warm welcome to you, sir.
Thank you, Adit. And it's an honor and pleasure at the same time to be able to talk to my alma matters. Hopefully, this will be a productive discussion. Looking forward to the session. Thank you once again.
Thank you, sir. So, before we dive into the discussion, let's give our listeners a bit of background about you. Mr. Datta completed his PGDM from IMI Bhubaneswar in 2015 to 17 in finance and IT. Since then, he has been making waves in the corporate world, like working in companies like TCS and Lowe's India. Currently working as Lead Senior Auditor at Lowe's India.
Yeah, thanks for the introduction, Aditya.
So, sir, let's start with knowing about your journey at IMI Bhubaneswar.
Sure. So, journey at IMI has been wonderful. To be very frank, it's a very different experience altogether. So, I started my career post engineering with TCS, and I worked there for 3 years. And then after that, I was missing my campus life, right? So once you move from campus to corporate, you tend to miss those wonderful days.
Yes, sir.
So that is when I said, yeah, let's do a master's. And again, I wanted to get an understanding on overall how our corporate works, right? So post-engineering, the roles we used to get is very, very specific, concentrated to technology and stuff like that. So that is when I thought, let's do an MBA. And that's when, and the IMI Bhubaneswar campus is one of the reason I say, one of the motivators for me to join the campus. It was a wonderful 2 years. There's no doubt about it. There has been lots and lots of learning. There has been wonderful people I have met, and I met my wife also at the campus. So the overall 2 years journey has been wonderful, no doubt about it. Lot of learning, lot of fun, many good friends, many good connections. So no complaints for sure, and that's the reason I'm still associated with the college as an alma mater. And at this point in time, the way the college has shaped itself, I really feel proud about it. We have gone a long way. When we started, we were the 5th batch, and I think we have, as a institute, we have grown a lot, and we are in a good place right now.
It's all because of the alumni like you, sir.
Yes, certainly, and I think this overall initiative of connecting with alumni and all, it really brings us back to college. It helps us to connect back to you guys, to the new batches, and to build that network. So this is a very pretty good initiative, and thanks for having me today again.
No, sir, it's a pleasure from our end, sir. Thank you so much. So, now let's talk about your experiences, sir. How did they help you become a lead senior auditor at Lowe's India?
Sure. So as I mentioned, so this was my it was post my TCS days. I joined MBA. So during my post engineering experience, I was more into technological stuff. I was a software developer, a hardcore Java developer at that point in time, working for a US banking major. So I had good knowledge in terms of technology, how technology works. But when it came to holistic knowledge of how a corporate works, right, how my work is impacting the overall organization, that visibility was less, right? There was no such visibility in terms of the thing which I am doing, how it's impacting the organization. So it was more of a trying to understand the finance of it, trying to understand the overall management prospect of those, how a corporate works. That is the zeal which brought me to do MBA. And I think I was able to, get knowledge around the management piece of finance, and to get to know technology in a different way. So earlier the technology was more of a coding. Now during my MBA days, whatever knowledge you gathered, it was more on how it's related to the risk part of it. And my current role is more into techno-functional. So as you said, I work at the Lowe's and Lead Senior Auditor, and I'm into technology audit space. So it's enterprise risk management is the overall portal that I work for, right? And it includes cybersecurity and stuff like that. So I think this role is pretty much techno-functional, and the technology I might have learned during engineering, but functional piece certainly IMI has helped a lot. to understand the functionality of a corporation and how it builds you and develops you.
So, sir, the college
Yeah.
helped you in building your people skills and your managerial skills, sir.
Right. And the management piece of it, right? So how a corporate functions. So how balance sheet looks like, how P&L looks like.
Yes, sir.
So coming from engineering background, I did not have an understanding on accounts, how finance work, what sort of financial report that comes out. So those are the things I certainly feel colleges help me. And then over and above, personality development classes are mind-boggling, right? You get to know many things from there. You tend to know stuff which you don't know about yourself
Yes, yes.
during those classes. So that has helped me a lot and helped me to bring and get this role. Certainly there is a IMI contribution for sure.
So, sir, now, would you? It's always great to hear some funny moments, sir. So, would you like to share some of those with us, like, sir, during your time at the campus?
Sure. I'll certainly. So we when so as I said, we were a batch of fifth batch, and we had a total strength of 44 folks, if I'm not mistaken. So it was not a huge of a batch size, and it was not that small like earlier batches, which was 10, 15 students. Right? So the first batch with a decent number of folks.
Yes.
So that was during our time, right? It was a sort of regime to finish up your dinner, go and sit in front of the the volleyball space. The staircase is there, right? Just next to the TT room.
Yes,
I'm not
yes,
sure
yes.
what is there right now. There's
The
a cafeteria, I
amphitheater.
believe. Yes. Not exactly the amphitheater one, the other side of it. So when you cross the amphitheater and come towards the hostel, right, there is a staircase. And there were two, seating areas over there. So things might have changed right now, but earlier there was to be a table tennis room, and next to that there was a space to sit. So that amphitheater area only, but on the other side, towards the hostel.
Okay, sir.
So
Okay.
that was the regime for us, for all of us to go and sit. And it was like out of 44, you'll find at least 60 to 70% of people over there. So it was that is the area where we used to enjoy the most. And also used to play volleyball, and also it was more of a, everyone coming in, and even the seniors were there. So all sort of discussion used to go over there. Uh, Starting from classes, starting from treatment, starting from personal life, starting from your personal challenges. So that was those times are like I have learned more on those sessions, I feel, in terms of personal development.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Talk to different people, understand their perspective, and again we used to take a walk throughout the campus. We used to walk towards the MDP, towards the professors' quarters and all. That used to be a common route for us. So those are the things where and the talks, long night talks. I recall someday we were 5 or 6 people. We were having this discussion and all, and then we went to room. We were having discussion, and it became like 4 a.m. in the morning, and suddenly said, let's go to Puri and see sunrise. Right? And then we took our car and went there. So those are the memories which you don't do right now. Now, if I have to plan for a sunrise, maybe I'll plan for a week,
Yes,
and
sir.
then I'll go. And then I'm not sure whether it will happen or not. But those are the like instant thing. In a minute, we decided and we went. So those are the things which you can't do right now, and those are the memories that will be there for a lifetime. And I think I made pretty well friends from college, and which I feel will be there for the rest of my life. So those connections and friends and groups that I've made certainly, these memories are unforgettable. So yeah, it's a very good time, and if given a chance, I'd like to go back. But yeah,
So who wouldn't want to, sir?
So you can't do it, but you always want to go back, right? But yeah, that's life. Can't help.
So, sir, as you just said that you met your wife at the campus. So, how did that happen?
So it's basically nothing much of a story. It's more of a very good friend. We were friends, actually, very good friend. Then she got a job in Kolkata. I was in Bangalore. Eventually, after 6 months, she could move to Bangalore, and that is when things started. So in college, there was no. It's not a girlfriend process stuff. So no, there is no cool story that I can share there.
Okay.
It was like I met her there. We were very good friends. and then things turned out to be well here once we moved to Bangalore.
Great,
So
sir.
yeah,
Great.
so
So, sir, as you know, sir, IMI plays a very significant role in shaping its students' future. So, how has your education helped at IMI helped you contributed to your success?
the thing is, as from a IMI standpoint, what I feel the most valuable learning that I had was the public speaking to some extent, to be confident, the personality development classes, and then over and above your placement committee, right? So if I so certainly the curriculum helped me a lot, no doubt into that, in terms of knowing finance, in terms of knowing IT, in terms of knowing marketing
Yes,
and
sir.
stuff like that.
Yes, yes.
Over and above, I think personality development, placement, platform, those are the things which added value and which actually taught me the life skill. I feel.
Yes, sir.
So what I have understand during my tenure in corporate is that you treat people in a way that you would like to be treated as. So
Yes,
someday you'll be, right now you may be an individual contributor, there's a manager over and above you, right? And then someday you'll have people working under you. Right? So what I have learned is if you treat the subordinate or your fellow colleagues in a way that you would like yourself to be treated as, then everything is good. So when you say something to someone, make sure that if the same sentence come out from your manager or from your colleague, you will be okay listening to it. So that is what I have learned, and I think in a way, personality development class has helped me to understand that concept, being more empathy, have more empathy towards your colleagues, your subordinates, even to your seniors, right? When you talk to your boss, I would like to communicate something.
yes.
Is it something that you want to be upfront, straightforward, say it rudely, or you want to be more, political,
So
and
that's
make
a
sure
very,
that
very
you don't
important
hurt?
skill, sir. Yes.
So that is what I feel. These are the few skills which I have learned over a period of time, and it started from IMI for sure.
Yes. So, sir, now let's talk about faculties, sir. So, how did you find your faculties? And, sir, is there any memorable experience that you would like to share with your favorite faculty?
Sure, certainly, sir. I'm not sure whether all the faculties are still with us in the campus, but I had, so the faculties are really, really, really very good. So there's no doubt about that. They are knowledgeable. They know the subject. They know how to teach, and they also know to teach accounts to a non-account folks. Right? So
Okay.
engineers coming in and doing finance. It's not again having no background, right? So I think faculties are really well qualified. They know how to work. I specifically recall Manit sir's classes, Shantanu sir's classes. Those are wonderful classes, right? And
Yes, sir, we
I
still have them,
personally,
sir. We still have them. We still have them.
right, so those are the classes. At least I still sometimes go back to books and their lectures if possible when needed. So those classes are remarkable. And Manoj sir and Santin sir, to name few, but I think all of the faculties, there's no doubt, everyone is wonderful. They know how to teach people. They have extensive knowledge, extensive experience of
Yes,
teaching, and there's no doubt and there's no question on you know thinking that they don't know anything or sort of thing. The credibility, there is no
true.
question on the
True,
credibility.
true.
They are fantastic people and fantastic faculty, and I think as part of Placecom also, I got to work with Shantanu sir during the Placecom days,
Yes, sir.
then Sukriti ma'am. So, and they used to travel to different corporates for us, right? And they used to come back and tell us stories. So, in Placecom, we used to get interviews scheduled, and they used to go and meet the teams there. And they used to come back and tell their experiences. So, I think they have, for Placecom also, they have done a lot for us. We did not had a placement office at that point in time.
Yes, sir.
So faculty members used to travel and
And
they
so,
have done a lot.
so luckily, sir, that is something that is still happening, sir. Like my current batchmates who are in Placecom committee, they keep telling me like how much learning they're getting from their seniors and from the faculty as well, sir.
Yes, definitely. That is a different experience altogether. I guess this student driven committees have a different set of learning that you won't get from the books for sure.
Yes,
So that is something which are very good. Very good, whatever committee we create, right, and the way we drive it, we certainly have a value. We should continue doing it.